No gimp face. Hey guys, fdaregs here, back with another review. Today we are looking at this, the OBS V-Tank off of OBS. What is it? It is their new big old cloud machine of a tank, sub-ohm clearomizer, super sub-ohm clearomizer, capable of big wattage. So, what has it got? It's got 25mm diameter, 5.2mm capacity. It comes with 3 pre-built coil heads, the V8 head, the V12 head, and a special head that is one huge coil. It's a V4, and I'll show you all the coils when we go down low. Additionally to that, it's got your classic OBS top fill and all that good stuff. Additional to all that, the actual coil heads that you can fit in here, that you can fit there's TFV8 coil heads in here. So if you've got loads of TFV8 coil heads, or you prefer the TFV8 coil heads, you put these in here instead. So pretty good, pretty exciting. It puts out clouds like this. We'll get into all that when we come back up top, but first let's go down low. Okay guys, here we are up close with the OBS V-Tank, OBS V-Tank from OBS. Here is the back. Check all those options and specs out if you will. Scratch and sniff, and you can see this is available in gold, stainless and black. So good times ahead for all who want good times. Inside the box we have the tank, looking pretty shiny. We've got a spare glass tank here as well. If we pop this off, we've got a very good user manual indeed. OBS, don't mess around with these things. It comes with this insane drip tip. I'm not going to get that out of the box. That is just the biggest flipping thing you've ever seen in your life. An exhaust pipe for your Vauxhall Corsa, if you still have a Vauxhall Corsa. Okay, so let's take a peek at these coil heads. Here we go. Right, let's put all that to one side. Okay, so we have, this is the V4 one. This is 4 coils wrapped in one single coil. Four wires wrapped in one coil. So we've got, this is the best between 140 and 230, 120 to 260 is possible, and it's 0.15. And as you can see, this one I have used extensively. It got to about 30mm, 35mm, and the flavour just went. If you look closely at it, the actual wire isn't in that bad condition. It's the actual cotton that had enough, which is interesting, you know. If there was a way of taking this cotton out neatly and putting some back in, you could do that. What that could say, though, it could be a positive as well, because it could mean that they're actually using a very nice cotton, that it didn't last forever. But yeah, so that one got pretty gunked up. But as you can see, it's one huge hole down the middle, and single strands there, and that's the V4 one, I believe. This is their V8 one. So you've got 4 parallel coils there in there, so 8 strands of wire, meaning the V8, and that one looks like that, and that one's incredibly similar vape to the TFV8 one, and that one is best between 110 and 160 watts. If we take the tank, I'll show you the last coil when we get there. So this is the tank drip tip situation here. Let's try a normal drip tip. Normal drip tips do not fit in here, I'm afraid. It's slightly wider. Whoops. Slightly wider than your average. It's quite a wide bore tip. Obviously they do send you 2, but yeah, that is that. It's got the brilliant OBS top fill. There we go. So you just pull that up and pull that down, and that is how you do your top fill. Glass tank, you can completely remove this down. You can open this all up for cleaning purposes, which is good. You've got your airflow here, fully open is like that, all 4 holes like that, and I've been rocking it somewhere like that. So that is your adjustable airflow, very good indeed. Slightly protruding 510, I wouldn't recommend this on a hybrid mod if I'm being completely honest with you, but it is slightly protruding. You can see it says V-Tank and designed by OBS. So if we unscrew this bit here, the way this works is the top of the coil head connects to the top of that chamber, and you can unscrew this to take it out. This is the V12 coil. Let me just check, it should say on the side, yeah, V12 coil. So you've got 12 strands of wire in here making up all those coil heads. This has been the best performing one for me, but that's pure personal taste. I just like the lower wattage, and I think it's really flavourful, this one. All feels nice and compact and neat, and each coil's just putting a little bit of heat out, and it's nice, really nice. So this one's been performing the best for me. I'm about 20-25 mil into this, and yeah, it's still good as new. It really is just still good as new. So that is the V12 one, and that is my personal favourite. And yeah, you unscrew that coil head at the base and screw it back in like that, and the job's a good one. That is your OBS V-Tank. Let's go back up top. Okay guys, so that was the V-Tank up close. As I said down low, I've got this V12 coil head in here. Let's have a look what it says on it. Best between 70 and 90, but capable of going up to 150. I've got it at 72 watts, and I'm of the 3 coil heads, because these sort of tanks aren't really my thing. Of the 3 coil heads, I think this one's the best. I think it's the tastiest. It's really tasty, this one. I do really like this one. So let's get into it. Pros and cons. Negatives, things to be aware of, not so much negatives. It's big. It's a big old tank, this. Look at the size of this tank. I compare it to the Serpent RDTA, just a recent tank. Look at that. Look how it dwarfs that tank. It's absolutely huge, this thing. Comes with a big old drip tip. Comes with a ridiculous drip tip. I'm not sure what the point of that one is. It's a bit of fun, I guess. I suppose for people that are putting it on high wattage, that don't want high wattage, you could have a long drip tip to dissipate some of the heat, I guess. But yeah, it's a big old thing. It's a really big old thing. As a result of the way you're vaping it, you're going to be going through a lot of juice. So I wouldn't be putting your super expensive juice in here. It won't last very long at all, and it'll cost you a fortune. Another slight con, possibly for some people, not for me, is the fact of it comes with 3 pre-built coil heads, but it does not come with a rebuildable coil head. There is going to be the option of an RBA head, so stay tuned for that. Apparently there is also another coil head that doesn't come in the pack, the V10 coil head, so keep your eyes peeled for that one as well. So those are like sort of some minor things. The other negative I would probably level at this is the V4 head. Now that is the one that's the big old hole, that just the huge wraps around a really wide hole that opens up. I found that one not very flavourful at all, and when it just went. Like, it got to about 25-30 mil, and the flavour just disappeared. It went flavourless after that. So I don't know something about that design of that coil head. The V8 coil head performs exactly, to my eyes, exactly like the TFV8. So, you know, that's pretty good. My favourite's this V12, which is a bit lower power. It just feels a bit more warm and flavourful. And I like the way this one's performed. And I've had a good 20 mil through here, and it tastes still brand new. So I think this one's going to last really well as well. So that's the coils. Positives, loads of positives really, if this is your sort of thing. It's really well made. a lot of OBS stuff is really well made, and this is no exception. There's nothing weird about this at all. There's no quirks to the machining. The top fill's fantastic. Always has been. That method of top fill is on point. No matter what way you're filling this up, with that big hole at the top, you can fill it up no problem. I think the airflow is very good actually as well. It closes down nicely and it opens up nicely. I've noticed if you close it down really far, there's a bit of a whistle, but I suppose that's to be expected. It's not really intended. But you've got these 4 huge holes all the way around, and the airflow is massive if you want it, but it actually closes down quite nicely. And as you can see, I've got it on halfway. So the airflow is nice. It's quite swooshy. You know, it's never going to be quiet when you've got this much airflow going through, this much power going through. It's never going to be quiet, but it's not crazy loud. It's nice and smooth and swooshy, and I think the airflow is quite good. I think the flavour is quite good with this V12 one, and obviously clouds. If you're just wanting a clearomizer for clouds, then this is definitely an option. Is it a TFV8 killer or TFV12 killer? I don't know. I think it's a real competitor. I think the two of them are neck and neck. What I would say about this one is I prefer the top filling on this one. I just think it's an easier mechanism. I think it's really well made. And yeah, and it's very affordable as well. I've seen it in the UK for 20 quid, which is pretty awesome. So I would say it is neck and neck with the TFV8, TFV12 range. I would say it's as, in my opinion, it's as good. Would I buy it personally? No, and that's simply because it's not what I want from my clearomizers. I don't want huge clouds from my clearomizers. If I want to blow dope, sick, fat clouds, I tend to use an RDA. And that's just me. My RTAs, all my tanks, clearomizers, RTAs, they all tend to be 40 watts. The 25 watts, 50 watts max. That's just how it is. Even the Troll, I'm only at 50 watts. So that's just me. With tanks, I'm not going crazy wattage. But if you are, if big sub-ohm clouds in a sub-ohm tank are your thing, definitely take some time to have a look at this OBS V tank, because it is very good indeed. I've been Vic, and I'll see you again soon.